Today is January 8th, 2024. Oh my gosh. Yesterday, all right, I had both jobs, okay? All right, I let that tape play of, of Eric screaming, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Okay? And I forgive you, Eric. And I forgive Steve and Michelle and Pete. Like the police said, and the church people and other people, that family was so poor, they didn't think they had any other way of getting everything but by doing that stunt and making everything up on her and doing all those things to her to get those things. And they were actually that poor. They didn't think so. We're going to try a different way, Pete. It's called honesty. What would have been the difference if he would have knocked on the door and sat down and told me that my husband at the time had been cheating with your daughter for a year, and that's why the money disappeared, and da 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 da. It's actually her, and here's a proposal of a divorce agreement of how much money and da 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 da, and his part of his retirement fund, and if not, you guys can work it out. But we thought this was fair. You could have done that. I would have blown up, probably screamed and told you to get out of my house. And Zach cried for a couple hours. Because I actually loved him. But honesty is the best thing. What would have happened? We would have got a divorce. My kids would still have their parents. Their grandparents. And grandkids have the grandparents. Your daughter probably would have married him. They were together almost a year. And because this got so big, they didn't work out. Honesty is the best thing. You should have just came told me. And I've been extremely poor before. Dave wasn't working. John was a baby. First pregnant with Joshy. We had 50 cents. And back then hamburgers were a quarter. I split mine with John, and Dave had one. That's all I had for the whole day. I was pregnant. There was one day I just ate crackers. We had nothing, and when we got food stamp, it was actually like Christmas of food. We were starving because he wouldn't work, and I had a baby. See what I mean? I've went poor before, and I know what it's like. You don't have. It was a mean teenage stunt of stalking somebody, roofing him, telling him to say something stupid and photoshopping. That's where Eric screamed, "My God, all this is my fault. I'm so sorry." Da 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 da. Screaming down the streets in Akron. And wailing tears. You could, oh my God, it sounded like he was crying his eyes out. This is all my fault. I have to find a way to fix it. I'm so sorry. I even heard they took Dave. I am so sorry for everything. It's all my fault. Eric, I forgive you. Okay. Dave made his choices, and his choices ended up whatever happened to him. And I appreciate your apology. And Michelle's told people that they photoshopped everything on me September 3rd, 23 outside Kohl's. People talked about it from Hartfield to Canton. She was even on Turquoise Street in September and October. And like the streets behind it, North Canton. And she was telling people that I was a really nice lady. And nobody say anything to me. And the worst thing I ever did wrong was bend over improperly and they only see the back of my knees. And you can't list somebody a child molester for that. And they made up everything else and dropped everything else. And that I was a really nice lady and told people not to say words to me. I want you to think about that. And I appreciate that, Michelle. See, that shows integrity. Apologizing and then making things right. gonna go. Last night, people were talking in Walmart about Eric repenting. And then outside, that we all heard that man repent and apologize. Nobody will ever say a word. They were saying it was Eric inside Walmart. There was people following me around looking at me, and some lady said there's still people watching her. And I hope they're not trying to find a way to kill him. And then before that, people were saying, what was out, that if Will actually did the right thing, they'll all live. But it's going to take him doing the right thing. Well, if what FBI agent Will doesn't do the right thing, everybody today, go online and report this. Everything that you know about everything, report it. Because, see, that's where these people, that's where that serial killer, they said it's his traps. He watches you, catches you doing something wrong. Then he gets you. He blackmails you. See, last night I was talking alone in my apartment, because I know it's about to be sold it. I said, you do realize I want Will to help Pete and Michelle. Steve and Eric. I want him to tell him who gave Pete that money. Pete was blackmailed. Because only an insane man, blackmailed, or a paid off patsy would go in and tell a federal agent he was talking to somebody hired to, and that they've been drugging them, and then offer him a bribe. That says, arrest me, you're not going to make it another word out of your mouth. See what I mean? And he didn't have money to give him a bribe. Somebody blackmailed him. They found about their cheap stunt to try to scare me out of giving my house. The drug lords used it. Who gave Pete the money to pay off Will? See, then it's going to come down to he's blackmailing Will. Because Will's let all this happen. Because Will confessed he talked to everyone before me on a recorded line, witness with Dave and the church people at Apostolic Church of Barberton. Dave told Danny to talk to him there, where I told him on a recorded line, someone told on me. On a recorded line, he met at a meeting with the Vegas and the church people. Huh? And he knew about Pete, and it was Pete's tapes, not his. Okay? And mocking me how I didn't know about this guy, Pete. Okay? And how he was framing me. Dave told Danny how Pete on his own, found out Pete was Dave's girlfriend. What Will should have done, and the right thing, got Pete away from Dave, offered him an informant thing, flipped him. Who else is involved in this? Got Steve and Eric's name. For everything you know on these people, I'll issue informant. I'm going to get you out of here. Witness protection program, 60 grand a month. 60 grand a year. Housing, living expenses, medical card. You'll be taken care of. We'll get you a new name. They won't be able to get. We're going to get these people. And Dave can just ride. But you up to this. And then came and got me. That would have been the honest thing. And honestly, that's what I want him to do now. Go to Pete, Michelle, Steve, and Eric. What do you know of these people? Give you the 60 grand a year, all housing, living expenses. Okay? Medical card. We'll get you out of here. Well, because they're going to come back and they'll kill you. Because you know who they are. Like they said, you only live long enough for your usefulness to be there, and then they kill you. He needs to get him out of here. I want him to save your life. I forgive him. I mean, do you realize where even the places that how poor they were? And that's why all those people helped. They had nothing. Well, that was part of their pawn. So that the drug lords could fight in front of people. That's where they took their pawn. Their Ponzi scheme of, oh, we could do that, we did this to you, and you better give up everything. Well, they used it so they could fight in front of people. That agent knew that. Like the one cop the other day in that one Speedway, he's actually been around me for 5 years. Just like the other ones. They always knew it was a pawn. And some ass set up Will. See, that guy, he knew Will would take the bait. He knew John would take the bait. They'd take the bribe. So it's somebody who knows John and Will, or knows of them, or came against them before, that they knew that they would take the bribe. And see, now he's blackmailing Will. Well, do you know how much that guy has power over you? As much as you let him. You can turn around and say, I took that bribe so I could get that fentanyl king and those drug dealers. And now I got you. See, the power that he lets him have over him is his own choice. That's where they told me never to do anything wrong. That he watches and he waits, has people even watch me. Because that's when he blackmails people. He's a serial killer and he's banking on Will doing the wrong thing. See, even some lady said, we all know if Will does the right thing, they all live. Karen gets her money, they do, and they all live. If Will does the right thing, then turn him in. If he wants to be an accessory to murders, and he wants to take payoffs from serial killers, sell FBI technology, everybody turn him in. See, that's where integrity does the right thing, no matter what, even when somebody's not looking well. That's integrity. And that's where law enforcement, that's where one of the things, if an integrity falls, there's nothing else, because you don't have justice. If you don't do the right thing, no matter what, you don't have justice. You don't have honor. You don't have respect. You don't have courage. You don't have anything. But you're a criminal with a badge. Everybody turn Will in. He can either make this right, or he does need to go to jail. See, and then it's just like him confessing. Okay, I talked to a criminal attorney. I talked to the prosecutor's office. I talked to police departments. Well, the FBI does not have the authority to ask you to stay quiet. It's a sitting judge with sequester grand jury, freedom of speech. In my unique case, he confessed he had the Vegas in his office. He charged people. He met with them. And he knew they were trying to kill me because of strangers lie. He already confessed on a recorded line. He already knew. Okay? And he knew about Pete. See, last night some guy said, we heard that she has them taped, stating that that's that guy that's helping them. Will's actually helping them. That's how much they think they have him blackmailed. I was doing a video in my car, and they yelled it and cackled at me. And the video got him on September 22nd, 23rd. Karen Spurs. You can hear him in the background. That Will was going to lie that he was in my house before. Like Officer Reinhardt Louisville, even the FBI go jail for being in your home outside the protected life case with statements of entrapment. If they do it because of right to privacy, we actually have a constitution, people. President Nixon got impeached for an office. Nobody can be in your home but protected life cases with statements. He's buffaloing and all you people while he's taking payoffs. Now he either can do the right thing or they do need to arrest him because he's letting this serial killer control him. And I want Michelle and Pete and Steve and Eric to be put in. Some guy drove by last night. I tell him who gave him the money if they do all that for us. He should have offered it the first day. An honest man would have offered it the first day. Do we understand? Turn him in. See, that's where they said that serial killer's banking everything on that he won't do the right thing. That means he bets everything. Because he goes to jail. A serial killer that dismembers people and finds it funny killing people. Dave's disappeared. My house manager's niece disappeared. Over 1,000 people disappeared out of Ohio. He kills them. He dismembers them. You think it's funny? My other coworker, Lori, they dismembered her family member and laughed in her face. She was beautiful. Why do you think I'm trying to get the cops to look for Dave's new wife? I think he went up. See, that's where it's even why would he go to Japan and buy that girl? Michelle and him may have broke up, but all those other girls wanted to marry him. They wanted that house. They're all poor up there. They wanted a life of having a house and jewelry and a nice life. That's why they were helping. They wanted one of them to get it. They were all poor. And some of them were beautiful. So why would he have to go to Japan? And why would you buy somebody from another country you never met? They could have AIDS. They could have syphilis. They could have gonorrhea. They could have some kind of STD. She's a prostitute. She sold herself for money. Hard telling how many men she's been with. See what I mean? See, that's where even in Walmart, we already found out they paid for that girl. And we found out they're trying to sell Karen online. Yeah, I they said that in the beginning of the case. That guy's been trying to sell me for years. It's a good thing I'm ugly, huh? He's been trying to sell me for years. You know what happens? You show up to try to buy me? Cop will get you. Like what that cop said the other day. Will has us watch one of those idiots actually show up to try to buy her. We take care of him. Had 3 one day. I was out with my granddaughters in 19. Had 3 of them. Do you understand? I need out of here. I need my money, FBI. It was for working the case. Even a criminal attorney, it is only for working the case. They cannot withhold it. They can't ask you to stay quiet. And I told him what he said to me. He's like, he can't talk to you like that. His mouth dropped. See, that's what the prosecutor's office, that's what the police has said. What's wrong with your local police? They should have arrested him. I'm going to go in there, and I got to get going. I have to go to work. But FBI, I want you to do the right thing. I want you to help Pete and Michelle, Steve and Eric, get their testimony of these guys. And I'll tell you what, the police have even recorded. They come in the room. I don't even have to see them. I can feel them. The evilness on them. She shakes. She didn't see him. Watch her shake. And there's another thing where I've had all those bruises before. They come up behind me. You're to remember. And they'll say like a keyword. And that's where those weird statements come from. Where they drugged me, they told me to remember stuff in weird statements. Just like remember the truth, to try to implant lies, to try to steal everything you have in life. Just like remember to always do the right thing. He's watching. And that's how you beat him. Oh, the cops even tape them having people follow me, trying to get me caught doing the wrong thing, like they said in Outback that some guy's trying to frame her. And the guy said she's got them taped saying that he was gonna lie for them. Sorry, say he was gonna lie for them. She's got him in the background laughing at her that he was gonna lie for them. Yeah, September 22nd, 23. Doing the video like this, they were screaming in the background. Was gonna lie for us that he was in her house before, he was the one doing it. Yeah, I talked to him. We got it all worked out with him. He's gonna take care of this for us. Oh, honey, so nice and loud. And they were clear across the parking lot cackling. I don't think they thought my phone would pick it up. Just like where I got that thing where the car steering thing and the thing's beeping. Put it through the car speaker. You can hear a guy. We help watch her. Followed her clear to Maslin. The poor thing has to know where to go, and she has no money. And she has to know. We've been trying to keep her safe when she's out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But I want Will to save Stephen Harris. I forgive him. I forgive Michelle and Pete. Next time you get in a situation like that, try honesty. Honesty. Just go talk to the person. You get a better result. And Will, you should have flipped him the first day. And you should have been honest. That guy is betting that you have no integrity. That's why he calls you an idiot and a thief. He wants you to go down for this. You can flip it around on him at any time. But if you choose to be a criminal, and like they said, he's actually helping them, then he is a criminal. Helping serial killers, extortionists, and rapists. Then he does need to go to jail. 100% needs to go to jail. He's dangerous. He's not a cop. He's not law enforcement. He's a criminal with a badge. And he needs to go down. There's 5 pages of FBI agents going down for stuff. And that they got arrested for obstruction, tampering, da 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 da. There's like 5 pages in Google. They're dirty cops, some of them. And it makes the good ones look bad. My brother-in-law died working for the government. And it pisses me off when we run into a dirty one. But yeah, I taped him that Will was gonna lie for them. And that guy said he's been actually helping them. And she's got them taped saying he was even gonna lie for him. Oh, honey, I sent it to the CIA. I sent it to the Department of Justice. I sent it to the White House. The NSA. By the way, right thing, Will. Take care of all of us.